Hey everyone, it's Alex from BizLaunch. One thing to be aware of when you start a business is about taxes. Sales tax, employment tax, oh my. Hear from one of our speakers from our Mason Law Clinic at BizLaunch. Give an overview of these taxes and more.
These are the employment taxes I promised you we'd talk about. So the first one, the employment tax, um, an employer is required to file a W-2. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have received a W-2 before, and as you know, that shows the wages, tips, and other compensation that employee was paid. And as a part of the employment taxes, the employer is required to withhold federal income tax, Social Security, and Medicare taxes from the employee's wages. And then the employer also pays the federal unemployment tax. So this doesn't come out of wages and is separate from federal income tax, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax. If you are in a partnership or a sole proprietorship, you don't have an employer really, you are your own employer. So you don't have, um, or same with LLCs, since you're taxed on entity level, um, you're required to pay your own Social Security and Medicare taxes. And so that you must pay those on your individual tax return if you're an employee of the business. And this is in addition to the tax for the members' individual share of the company income. Just to give you some numbers with this too, the first $142,800 of your net wages, tips, and net earnings are subject to the Social Security tax, but all of your earnings are subject to the Medicare tax. The Social Security tax rate is 12.4%, and the Medicare tax rate is 2.9%. You use Schedule SE to determine how much of the how much self-employment tax is owed, and half of that self-employment tax that you pay can be deducted when determining your adjusted gross income for income taxes. So it is half of it is deductible essentially. Um, and then finally, for the employment tax considerations, S corporations need to pay a reasonable compensation to shareholder employees before they can do non-wage distributions to that shareholder employee. So you can't, somebody can't be working for the company for free, essentially. You have to be receiving uh, compensation as well as the distribution. And that's all we have for employment tax considerations.